News 19 is your local election headquarters. It is 6 weeks until Election Day.
One of the biggest questions facing voters in Alabama: who will replace longtime U.S. Senator Richard Shelby? Shelby retiring after 36 years in the Senate. Katie Britt, a former Shelby aide, is the Republican nominee to replace him. Democrats have nominated Dr. Will Boyd, a Florence-based pastor.
News 19 chief investigative reporter Brian Lawson talked to Boyd today, and he joins us now in the studio. Brian, Katie Britt has a huge financial advantage over Will Boyd. Is he worried about that at all?
Well, you know, candidates rarely express doubts about their prospects, but Boyd, a former college professor, is specific on why he believes he has a shot in this race. It starts with party enthusiasm. He says national polling shows Democratic voters are more excited for these midterms.
I'm expecting a very high turnout. You know, we could get into major opponents and funding of opponents on other sides of the aisle. We could talk about what the Libertarians may have, what the Republicans may have, what write-ins may have. But in reality, money cannot buy the level of enthusiasm that we've seen.
Will Boyd points to the U.S. Supreme Court's Dobbs decision overturning Roe versus Wade as a catalyst for voters.
We're seeing where Republicans, independents, Democrats, and all others have been coming up to me saying, you know, we have certain strong feelings to the left, to the right, but we don't appreciate the government making so much of an overreach. We don't appreciate the government stepping into things that are private, things that relate to our health care.
Boyd said he's concerned about life not only inside the womb, but outside.
I'm concerned about people who aren't able to have hot meals unless they go to school. I'm concerned about the high poverty levels in Alabama that we experience, that we have. I'm concerned about the number of women in many congressional districts across our state who don't have access to health care. I'm concerned about the fact that we have people challenged by grocery tax, a regressive type of tax. I'm concerned on a number of levels about life. We have a high infant mortality rate, a high maternity mortality rate.
He's going to keep meeting with voters until Election Day.
I'm making sure I go to every county I can. That's why if you check my Facebook feed, my Twitter feed, you'll see I'm in a different county every day, every week. What people are concerned about, everywhere I talk, everywhere I speak, whether they're Republicans or Democrats or even independents, libertarians, people want someone who will listen. They want a voice. And that's all I'm asking Alabama for. Give me 6 years to be your voice.
Election Day is November 8th. Jerry?